Hey, shop hoppers, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time you're joining from. We hope that you're having a wonderful day. My name is Maddie.
I'm Kendi.
And we are part of the team that bring you the All Kansas and Nebraska Shop Hop. And these magazines are in stores now. So head to allkansasandnebraskashophop.com to get to find a store near you. Hit the stores button, and you will see the full list of stores. You can actually search by store name or town or Kansas or Nebraska. So head there. You can find all of the stores. You can also find some free download patterns on our website, which is what we're talking to you about today.
We are highlighting Stars Over the Prairie. You can find a picture of this on page 39 of your magazine, but you can head to our website, allkansasnebraskashophop.com/patterns to get this pattern. It finishes at 72 by 72, and it was designed, pieced, and quilted by Wendy Martin from Harvest Moon Quilting Company.
I love this pattern. I don't think I've ever started a video to say I don't like this pattern, but I really like the All Kansas and Nebraska Shop Hop fabric. Riley Blake Designs put it together, and they did a beautiful job. You can find the full fabric line on page 15. Kendi's going to show you.
Yes.
And Wendy Martin did a great job choosing fabric. I think the line is really great this year because there are different parts of it. We've got some parts of it that speak about the farms that are all over Kansas and Nebraska. You know, Kansas and Nebraska is largely agricultural, and they're both largely agricultural. They have a lot of history. Barn quilts is part of that history, and it's really cool that Riley Blake did a line based on that so that we could commemorate that a little bit. It really speaks to both of the history of Kansas and Nebraska. So they did a great job putting that together. It's a really cohesive line. And with the panel, there's this ombre coloring that I love. We've got a sunset and a sunrise part of the line that is both beautiful. And that is a really pretty ombre that you could use with any project. So I'm over the moon about the line this year that Riley Blake put together. Lots of great parts of it. This project in particular is really great because you could really change a lot about this project if you just swap out the fabric. If you decided to use the ombre, sunrise and sunset in more of this project, it could change it a lot. You could have it be completely ombre. You could do all blues up here, go down to all of the oranges and yellows, lots of different ways to make this project unique.
I really like how she used, I was looking at it, and she about used all of the fabric in the fabric line. But I think the red, these tie in really well with the border, and same thing with the green and this border. The sunset and the sunrise, I don't know how to explain it, but it almost looks like shadowy, like almost moving on the quilt.
I would agree with that. It gives it kind of an optical illusion. Mm-hmm. And with this project, if you wanted to make it larger or smaller, you could. I think this is a square quilt. So you could add an extra border around here. You could use the sunrise and the sunset to make a border, which would be really fun. Mm-hmm. You could add more green. I really like this green color. I think it is really cute. And it goes with the little red. I just love this line line.
1 second.
So we had to give a big shout out because in case you didn't know, our designers design our projects in all of our events, specifically with our fabric lines in mind. We don't repeat across events. We don't repeat from year to year. They're all unique. And the only place to get this project is to go to allkansasandnebraskashophop.com, go to the patterns page. On the right side of the page, you'll see a place where you can leave your information, and that will give you access to download not only this project, but all of our old projects from previous years. It's a great way to get these projects, and the nice thing is most of our projects are pretty versatile, so you could use them with any fabric you want. It's great to have just a library of patterns that you can use for future years, especially when you're out in the wild shop hopping, you find a fabric you love, and you're like, I need a pattern to put it together. Go to the websites, and you can find a pattern that will fit your needs.
Also, another reason to buy a Shop Hop magazine, because you can use these year round, not just for the patterns, but stores, you name it.
All the resources, there's articles in here, there's ads from our sponsors, and some of them even have free download patterns included them as well.
A huge thank you to Wendy and all of our designers. If you want to learn a little bit more about Wendy, you can head to our website to read her full bio. But she has been sewing, quilting, and crafting all of her life, remembering tying quilts with both of her grandmothers. Quilting remains her favorite craft to this day, especially the math and calculations it takes to design a quilt.
Well, I think that would be my least favorite part, but I am so glad and so thankful for Wendy for donating her time and her talents and her math expertise, putting these projects together so that we can be inspired. So thank you to Wendy. Thank you to all of our designers. We hope you tune in to some of our other videos as we highlight all things Shop Hop on our YouTube channel. So make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you are a member of the All Kansas and Nebraska Shop Hop Facebook page, check out the website, and we hope you have a great Shop Hop